It's time for baseball on MLB Network. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the expansion era Boomers and the long ball beasts. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Roy Oswalt, the Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Swing and a liner. Foul.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is gone to open up the ball game. And with that, here's how the visiting expansion era Boomers are lining up. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, the key for me to success for this lineup is they got to be willing to come through in big spots. They got to stick to the game plan. Somebody's going to have to get a knock with 2 outs and find a way to not leave base runners stranded.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Count is 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
Throw to Thomas is in time for the out.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 9.
Stepping into the box, Reggie Jackson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. The 3-2 one more time. Swing and a liner. And no shot there for Chipper. It's a fair ball. Throw into second. But he'll be in there with a double.
That's a pitch he'll look back on and relive tonight when he's lying in bed. A pitch away from posting a 0 in the first, and he makes a big mistake, and he pays the price. So now he's got to work on leaving him out there at second base.
Into the box, Mike Schmidt. And he fouls this one off. Here now the 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gonzalez is over. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Nolan Ryan, the rubber for the Boomers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, he's going to be fun to watch. He almost always is. He's proven to be one of the more dominant arms in all of baseball, and you can bet this opposing lineup is not too excited about having to face him. More often than not, he shuts teams down, so that's kind of what I expect from him in this one.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Tony Gwynn. Ryan has himself in some absolutely amazing company as he enters the day tied with Hall of Famers Nolan Ryan and Don Sutton on the all-time wins leaderboard at 324. Passing those 2 names with another victory in this one would really be an accomplishment. And with that, we take a look at the long ball beasts starting 9. Mark, daytime baseball at home. What do we need to know about these guys?
Matty, I know I'm stating the obvious, but the middle of the order has to come through today. You got guys that are playing way above their pay grade on the periphery, and it's time for them to look and see the big boys do their job.
1 out, nobody on. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
So coming to the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. High in the air out to center field. Dawson's there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. An inning in the books. Scoreless on MLB Network. Into the box now, Andre Dawson, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. The 1-1. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. Foul. The 1-2. Is in off the plate.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
Ripped down the first base line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Struck him out.
Okay, here's the defense for the home team. And the average big league shortstop can make every play, but can they make the highlight reel play? In order to do that, you got to be able to put your back foot in the ground and absolutely unload from that 5.5 hole if you're playing shortstop. And that's what this guy does. He brings a different element to the game. He has got an absolute hand cannon.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. The 2-1 home. A shot down the first base line, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. They'll force it up to second, and they do get the out there. But one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue.
Batting 8.
And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The count now at 2-1. Now the 2-1 is in there for the second strike. Oswalt set now. The pitch. A bouncer up the middle. Played on the backhand. And now from the air, a jump throw. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Digging in the switch hitter, Chipper Jones. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. The 1-1 home. Makes him swing and miss on a ball out of the zone for strike 2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
He stays alive, still 2-2.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. hit hard on the ground towards second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the second inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
The 1-1 is laid off for ball 2.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. Step on the bag for one. On to first, and they get the double play.
Good pitch on the ground ball there, and an even better job up the middle to take it himself, and turn 2. Pretty smooth.
Into the box now, Mike Piazza. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Nolan Ryan, 9-1-2 due up. Now the 1-1 pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Again, a 1-2. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Ready with another 2-2. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Ryan Sandberg goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Striding in once again, Robin Yount will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. 1-2 now. The 1-2. Well, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Ripken ranges to his left, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. In now, Luis Gonzalez, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Hey, this pitcher better watch himself right here. The way this guy's swinging, he's got aggressive things on his mind.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Gonzalez is retired, and there's one away.
Second baseman.
Now at the plate, Roberto Alomar, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Skied down the left field line. Rice is in pursuit, but this one lands in the bullpen area, a foul ball. Two and two to Hall of Famer Robbie Alomar. Bases are empty, one man out. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So here now is the pitcher, Roy Oswalt. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2. The 2-1 home. Swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Case in point right there, Matty. We're seeing a trend, the north and south. A lot of pitchers working that elevated fastball and then breaking.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Reggie Jackson. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in, but that hasn't been the case.
Records his 5th strikeout there. Reggie Jackson goes down to become the first out here in the 4th. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Now the 2-2 from Oswalt. Hit on the ground out to short. Ripken scoops it up on to first, and it's a good start to the inning for Oswalt here as there are 2 gone.
Center fielder number 10.
Ready for another chance? Andre Dawson was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. Digging in for his second at-bat, Tony Gwynn. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And there's the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cal Ripken looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? It will as it heads to the corner. A fair ball. And this will find the wall out near the visitors' bullpen. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Yeah, I think he was sitting on the fastball, so he got the changeup. He was way out in front of it, but he kept his hands back long enough to keep it fair down the line. That's not always easy to do.
In now, Ken Griffey Jr. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs. Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. So here's the cleanup hitter, Chipper Jones. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Dawson giving chase. And that ends the inning. Digging in to try it again, Eddie Murray. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Popped him up. Chipper shading to his right. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next up is the Hall of Famer Jim Rice, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of a wind-up ball game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, but you try to, in between starts, to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch, and he's been out of the windup most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
Runners on the move for second. Now a throwback to first by Oswalt, and he'll get back in standing. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. One there on the first, and it won't be in time to end the inning as he just about did a somersault out there at second base. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Nolan Ryan. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Lifted in the air out towards left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Digging in, Frank Thomas, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Hit down the line at first, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 is fastball down below the knees. The 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reggie is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Now to the plate, Mike Piazza. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Payoff pitch one more time. And a swing and a miss by Piazza, and he's a strikeout victim here. Stepping up to the plate, Luis Gonzalez was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So Luis Gonzalez with the solo home run. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0. And as we take another look at that one on Show Track, the story behind that home run was speed, and the speed with which it was launched off the bat. Didn't have a ton of height on it, but 113 miles an hour, an impressive exit velocity. Stepping in now, Roberto Alomar. Outside, 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Popped him up. Schmidt in foul ground, but this will land untouched. Yanked on the ground down the line. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right. Around second now and headed for third. And he's going to make it easily. It's a stand-up triple.
Yeah, first a home run and then a triple. And if the pattern holds, the next another run home here. We shall see.
Into the box, Roy Oswalt. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Dawson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's a lead for the long ball era, 1-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ryan Sandberg. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Now batting.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And here comes the lifelong Brewer, Robin Yount. Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. And there he goes towards second. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Now a move over to first. Runners back. Sandberg aboard here at first with nobody out. Another 1-2 delivery. Ground ball left side. Fielded cleanly. The second for one. On to first to complete the double play.
Well, they got the tying run on base, but one ground ball later, and it's gone. He's going to be frustrated with himself after that.
Standing in now, Reggie Jackson. He loses him on ball 4. Striding in once again, Mike Schmidt. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Throw over to first, but the runner's back easily. Now the 2-1 pitch. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. 2 out with the man at first. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Tony Gwynn. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. That's in there, 3-1. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Dawson on the move. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 8.
Digging in and looking for more, Cal Ripken. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here, but also the offense is obviously not picking anything up to him.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Center fielder number
Ready
24.
for another chance? Ken Griffey Jr. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
And Junior lays off that one, and the count's back even at 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. That's lifted the other way out to left. Giving chase is Rice. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
In now, Chipper Jones. Lifted down the line in left. Coming in is Rice. And the inning is over. No damage. Back here at Forbes Field in the Steel City. It's on to the 7th inning now, but before the inning gets started, let's fill you in on what you may have missed. It's our game summary to this point. to 1-2 now. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. The 2-2. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Throw will not be in time, so good hustle there is now the possible tying run is aboard to lead things off here.
Eddie Murray.
Ready for another shot now. Eddie Murray. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. The next 3-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number one is straining him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
In the dirt here. Pitch is in the dirt and knocked down, and he'll make it into second easily with a stolen base. Good lead off at second there. Now the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Griffey is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. So striding in, Gary Carter, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Count even to the kid. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Carter. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. We've reached the stretch here at Forbes Field. The Beasts lead it 1-0. Again, Frank Thomas. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game. Digging in once again, Mike Piazza, who struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Piazza.
One out, nobody on. Hit hard up the middle. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Luis Gonzalez will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Lifted the other way out to left center. Dawson is in pursuit, but he's not going to get there, and he's headed for extra bases again. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Finally, they show some signs of life. These guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double, and now they've got runners on second and third. We'll see if they can cash them in.
Into the box now, Roberto Alomar. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Roy Oswalt. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. Vladimir Guerrero is going to get the call off the bench now, and that'll officially do it for Roy Oswalt.
Vladimir Guerrero.
Ground ball, foul down the left side. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Dawson sprinting after it. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. Dennis Eckersley has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth. Wade Boggs will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And that's on the outside corner, 1-2. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. The 2-2 is taken, but called strike three, as he might have gotten a little extra off the plate that time. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starters' final line. And he'll be very happy with how the day went. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ryne Sandberg. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Popped him up. Thomas moving to his left. 2 gone.
Now batting.
Standing in, Robin Yount. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And strike 3 called as he says, "You got to be kidding me," with the side retired.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Ron Guidry.
So the batting. Softly hit here to the left side. And the throw by Yount is in time, and that's the first out.
The batter, number 8.
Ready once again, Cal Ripken is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball 3.
Not sure what he saw in that pitch, but it sure looked tempting. At least he held up. He must have been guessing.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. To short. Yount loves it. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Ken Griffey Jr. has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Skied into straightaway right. Dawson is after it. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. So nothing happening this time around. 9th inning coming up. The Beasts lead this one 1-0. Trevor Hoffman comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. Stepping in, Reggie Jackson, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Now a fastball that just misses here as the count moves to 2-1. The 2-1. Ball even at 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
The 1-1. Fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Stepping in now, Andre Dawson. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at-bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Count even at 2-2. 1 strike from a shutout. Here it comes. Count remains 2-2. Now this crowd right around 35,000 strong on their feet.
Can't imagine he comes back with a 3rd breaking ball. That hitter looked like he timed that one up pretty well and just missed it, fouling it away.
Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, you hate to give up a 2-out walk to anybody, but especially to a speed demon like him. Good chance trying to stop him.
Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner back standing. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second. Harold Reynolds will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 4, Harold Reynolds.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first is in time, and the rally comes up just short as this ball game is over.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score. The Beasts used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Roy Oswalt gets the W on the mound. Nolan Ryan struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Here now is our final line score. First for the victorious Beasts. 1 run, 7 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the visitors, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 20 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.